What's up, guys? Welcome back to today's episode of The Sports Sermon. We are brought to you by Scooch, the most functional phone case on the market. Check out ScoochCase.com to get yours today and use the code SPORTS18, sports with a Z, of course, to get a 10% discount on your order. Stay tuned till the end for a special Scooch giveaway as well. But now, today's episode. So we're here today to talk about the Utah Jazz. I am Jason Gandhi. I am joined by Dylan and Dan. Our squad is here. But before I get into it, I want to make sure I tell you where to find the show. You can find it on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Spotify. Follow us on Twitter at The Sports Sermon for all of the latest up-to-date news on our show. But like I said, the Utah Jazz, the Northwest Division. We're getting into it on this Friday afternoon. And the Jazz did not make too many splashes, but the one splash they did make was drafting the one and only Grayson Allen, not America's favorite guy. What did you think of the pick? I know Dan personally hates him, so I can't wait to hear his take.
Yeah, I'll go first before Dan. We'll save the juiciest take for last. I think this gives the Jazz some much-needed shooting off the bench. However, this is his rookie year, and he doesn't have a ton of upside, so I think this hardly moves the needle for them. But it does make sense for what they need.
Yeah, as much as I don't like Grayson Allen as a person, I think it was a great basketball move. Or a good basketball move, not great. Championship teams always have that one guy that's kind of a dick and gets in people's heads. I see him playing that role and still being a solid player.
Yeah, for me, I liked it. I like Grayson Allen. I guess I don't like him, but I don't hate him like everyone else. I think he has some swag to him. He has some toughness to him, and I think him and Spida are going to make a great backcourt when they're interchanging for one another. He's a great role player, and I think he's going to be a sleeper as a guy that helps the team more than I guess the stat sheet shows. I just talked about Spida, D. Mitch. Let's talk about Donovan Mitchell. Was he a flash in the pan? Are you worried about a sophomore slump this season?
No, not really. I expect about the same from him this season. I think the biggest thing to watch for him is his efficiency shooting the ball, As the only person in the Jazz who can create their own shot, I think he and the Jazz both rely on that for production. And being the only person that can create their own shot, I think that's a big reason why he scored so many points last year. He was a solid floor rookie in the efficiency department, but he still has room to grow if he wants to take his game to the next level.
I think he was the best player out of this draft class last year, and I expect the same and see superstar potential. Him and Gobert could be a really good duo for the future. Give him 3 years and a superstar, and this is a title contending team in my opinion. I talked about this in another podcast, but they're in a really good spot right now, the Jazz are, as they have a very good core for the future and are just waiting for that Warriors dynasty to end so they can contend.
Yeah, for me, I'm not worried about him. I think he's going to regress statistically a little bit. I don't think that's crazy to say. I think that's natural off of such a hot start. But for me, he's still a top player. He is Utah right now. Rudy Gobert never really got the city behind him. I think that's what Donovan Mitchell does.
Because he's not flashy.
Yeah, exactly. When
flashy.
Gordon Hayward left, Donovan Mitchell came in and swooped that roll up right away. And he is Utah, like I said. And Ricky Rubio was a heck of a player this year. He really surprised me. Joe Ingles, so smooth in the playoffs. I liked him. And then Derek Favors, they re-signed. They re-signed Dante Exum. But they still have a lot of cap space. And that's why I'm going to go into the expectations for the Jazz, kind of our last question. I'll just say mine right now. I don't really care what they do this year. I think if they do what they did last year, that's fine. For me, I'm looking at next offseason. They have a lot of cap space. Mitchell and Gobert and one more piece could put this team as a legit contender.
Exactly.
And there are free agents to be had. Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie Irving, and more. There is a lot of guys going to be out on the market. And I think the Jazz are a sleeper team that could make this a really interesting race in the West come 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, I still think they're one piece away, so I would say 5 to 6 seed would be my expectations for the Jazz this year. But I do like the Mitchell and Gobert. They just got to add one more star.
Yeah, I think this team progresses like Mitchell and Gobert, and I think expectations should be 50 wins after a 48-win season. So that's putting them in a 4 seed.
Do you see them having to advance out of the first round? They beat the Thunder in a 7-game series.
Having to?
Yeah, I think they have to for this team.
No.
See, that's what I think. I think that's what they did last year. They beat 5 seed. They got to the second round, and that was fine. I think they have to get out of the first round. I want to see that from Gobert and Mitchell. I think that's big to free agents. I mean,
Well, true. That's true.
I think that's a big thing for agents. If those two can get out of the first round, they can upset a team like the Blazers, beat a team like the Pelicans, any of those teams. I mean, heck, if they upset LeBron. I mean, all those things combined, like, if you win a playoff series with you two, I think that's very compelling come free agency 2019.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the Jazz besides what we just mentioned? Dylan, you want to talk about the unis you like so much?
Ooh, yes. I do have a Donovan Mitchell jersey, the Utah Sunset ones. Those are very nice. Big fan.
Yeah, they're talking about trying to get those to stay, even though they were going to try and replace those jerseys.
Yeah.
They
every
better
year.
not get rid of them.
They're talking about getting rid of them, but maybe the Jazz will convince the NBA to let them keep them. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't as high on them as everyone else did. I thought they were fine. I think they were
Yeah.
cool, but,
At
like,
first, I thought they were ugly.
I did too.
I did,
Once
yeah.
I saw the shorts,
It really
looked
grew on
cooler.
me.
But before when I just saw the jerseys,
Yeah.
like I feel like if the jersey's not with the shorts, I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
But like with the shorts, I think it looks really cool. And I like how they did the whole court and everything. I thought that made it look cooler too.
Oh, yeah,
With
definitely.
how they had the Utah and
Yep.
I thought the cool thing they did that like didn't really get talked about in the playoff series. They did that pattern in the stands with shirts. Like they had an orange, a light orange, a red. Like
Did they?
Yeah, they took a picture of it, and I thought that was really cool. They had like the jersey in the stands
That's cool.
with those different shirts. I thought that was really cool. So shout out the Jazz for their cool jerseys. Yeah, I mean I think we all are just excited to see Donovan Mitchell play. He's gonna have a heck of a season. We usually see the biggest jump from year 1 to year 2, and this could be his big coming out year part 2.
Yeah.
That's going to do it, though, for today's episode. It's a short one on this Friday afternoon, so thank you for listening. I mentioned a Scooch giveaway. I'm going to give away 2 things, not just one. The first one is the actual giveaway. If you comment and subscribe, we'll give away a free Scooch case to you. We just gave out the July one. Now it's August. Make sure you get that. But my second giveaway, I said 10% in the intro. I'm going to change that. 15% if you go buy from scoochcase.com. Get on that before the offer ends. Thank you so much for listening. Follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, and so much more. Thank you so much, and we will see you guys later.